Hello my dear learners, welcome to my channel. In this video series, we are learning the Java programming language with practical demonstration. In this video, we will discuss the concept of object-oriented programming like what is class, what is object, what is instance variable and what is a method. I will show you this all concept practically with the real life example. So, let's start the session. So, a class is a blueprint of the object. A class is a virtual entity, it is not a real world entity. A class is a user defined data type. So, I am just creating a file over here to give you the demonstration of class, object, and a method. So, I am creating a folder over here, is named as a class, object, say for example, and more. We will save the file in this folder, right? So, here I am creating just a file, a Java file that will say for example student demo dot java, right? So I am just copying this name and creating a class on the basis of the particular file name, right? So in this method, in this class I am just writing a main method. So now I am defining a class over here. Say for example, let's say class is a user defined data type. Class has its own properties and behaviors, right? A class represent a group of object, right? So what I am doing is I am just creating a variable now, string s name, say for example, and integer total marks semicolon, and then I am just creating a variable integer total subject. So it is, I have just written this line of statement in the main method, but what I need is I just need to create a class, and that class will have the particular instance variable. So these three, this is what I am defining is a instance variable of the particular class. So here we have created a class name as a student demo, and these three variable are the instance variable of the particular class, right? So here in this demonstration I will give you total four topics over here: class, object, instance variable, and the method, right? So as I told you, a class represent a group of object having similar properties and behavior. So this instance variable, we can say a property also. Here I am creating another class, say for example class name as student demo, and now I am just removing the main method from that class, and I am creating another class name as student. So student is our class, and student demo will have the main method now, right? So in that main method we will create an object of the student class, right? Say for example a dog is a class, and a dog name is Tommy is the object will be of the particular class. Say for example tree is a class, and the lemon tree will be the object of the tree class. Similarly, here we have created a class name is a student. So now I will create an object for the particular student. Say for example, student Ram equal to new student. So new is a keyword, right? That will use to create an object. Here we have creating an object name as a Ram. And remember guys, whenever any object is created, the constructor of the particular class will be called, and these are the instance variable will be assigned to the particular object with the default value, right? So for example, the default value of integer is 0 and the default value of string will be null. So these values will be assigned to the particular object, and object is the real world entity. Say for example, in our example we have taken Ram as an object. So Ram is a real life, real world entity, right? What I am doing is I am just assigning the value. Say for example Ram dot s name equal to particular string value. Say for example Ram Kapoor. So I have done is I have accessed the property, the instance variable of the class using object, and I have assigned the particular value to that object, right? So likewise you can do for the total marks and total subject also. So in this line I have used the object to set to assign the value to the particular property of the object. So the object has the property, that property is defined in the particular class, and that class variable is called an instance variable. So over here I am just assigning this, for example, ram dot total marks equal to, I am just providing us 500 an integer value 500, and ram dot total subject equal to 6, say for example. So what we have done over here, we have created a class name as a student. In that class we have 3 instance variable, and in the main class we have created an object of the student class name as a ram, and then we have assigned the value to the particular object, the value to the particular property of the object, right? So object has the state and behaviors, right? An object is a physical entity in real life. Say for example, uh, a fruit is a class, and an apple is an object of the fruit class. You can understand the concept like that. Now I am just printing the value system.out.println. Say for example, ram dot s name. I am concatenating with the plus operator with the string value plus. Now I just want to print the total marks. Say for example, ram dot total marks. I am again concatenating with the string, and then ram dot total subject. So I am just saving the file now, and I just want to compile it first. So I am opening my CMD, right? And then I will move to the particular folder name as a class object and more. I am just compiling using Java C student demo.java. This is our file name. Okay. So there are plus sign is there. I just need to remove it. Now compile again. The file is compiled now. When this file is compiled, it will create two class file, a student.class and a student demo.class. Now I am just running the file using Java student demo. You can see in the output we got the value of the object. Say for example, Ram Kapoor 500 and a 6. So Ram is our object, right? S name, total marks and total subject is the property of the object. We can assign the value to the particular property of the object, and this object is we have created using a new keyword. So new keyword is also used to create a object, right? So this is what a basic concept of the class and object. It is just a simple demonstration, right? So one more point is that you can remember guys, a class does not occupies the memory, right? So if you have created a class, but that class will not occupy your computer memory, right? Whenever you are creating an object, that object will occupy the particular memory, because we are using the new operator to assign the memory allocation to the particular object, right? So here we have created only one object of the student class. You can create one or more object of the particular class. Say for example, if you create another object of the student class, if you want to do so, then it is very easy to create an object of the particular class. You just need to write the student means the name of the class, then object name equal to new, and then the constructor. You need to call the constructor whenever you create an object. So here we have created a ram as an object, right? And then we have assigned the value of the property to the object, and then we have printed in. So now what I am doing is I am just giving you the demonstration how to create another object. Example, say for example, I am creating another object name as a Lakshman, student Lakshman equal to new student. So these all the properties are now available into the Lakshman object, right? So we can assign the value to the object. Say for example, Lakshman dot S name equal to Lakshman, say for example Kapoor, semicolon. Yeah, so we have created a object, say for example Lakshman dot total marks equal to, here I am providing a total marks, say for example 450, 450, and Lakshman dot total subject equal to 6. So now what we have done, we have created a two object of the class. Now I am just copying the line and paste it over here. Now we have the Lakshman as object, so I am just removing the Ram and pasting the Lakshman to the particular value, right? So I am just compiling the file student_demo.java. Now I am running the file. Now as an output, we have got both the object value, right? Say for example Ram Kapoor 506, Lakshman Kapoor 450 and 6. So these two are different object of the particular student class, name as Ram and Lakshman, right? So moving further ahead, so as I told you, remember this point in your minds, a class is a blueprint of the object. A class is a virtual entity, it is not a real world entity. A class is a user defined data type. A class has its own property and behaviors. A class represents a group of objects having similar properties and behavior. Say for example, dog is a class and a dog named as a Tommy is the object of the dog class. And one more important point is a class does not occupy the memory. An object is a real world entity. We have created two objects over here, Ram and Lakshman. Now what I am doing is, I just need to find the average value of the particular object. Say for example, I am creating a variable name as average as a double. So double avg equal to Ram dot total marks right, divided by Ram dot total subject. So from this line we have the average value of the Ram object. Now I am just printing it. Say for example, here I will write the average equal to avg, average value, right? In the average variable we have the average value of the Ram object. So that mark will be divided by the subject. As now we got the value as a average value of the particular object. So this instance variable, I am creating another instance variable in the class, say for example average. So here we need to remove that and then we need to write Ram dot average. So now it is a particular, right, this value is assigned to the particular object. Here we have written Lakshman, so I will write Lakshman dot average equal to Lakshman dot marks divided by Lakshman dot subject. So now we have the average value of the particular object, right, because we have created an instance variable name as avg in the class. Here we need to write the Ram dot average and here we need to write the Lakshman dot average. So now both object has the different values and different average and then we have printed it. So now I am just saving the file. Okay, it need to change to integer to double, because average when you divide a value it will give you the double value. Compiling the file and now I am going to run the file Java student demo. In the output we have the 4 lines, Ram Kapoor 506. We have just printed the value, then it is the object of the Ram. Then Lakshman Kapoor 4506 and we got the average value of the Lakshman. So this is just a basic demonstration of the class, object and an instance variable. Like as I told you, object is a physical entity in real life and class is a virtual entity, right? It is not a real world entity. So I have given you total 7 to 8 points to remember in this video about the class and object. So remember these points right? And if you have any query, any doubt, you can comment me, I will definitely answer you. So here we have created a class name as a student. We have created two objects name as a Ram and a Lakshman and assigned the value to the particular object, and then we have printed it, right? And then we have done the mathematical operation also, and then we have printed the particular value of the particular object, right? So now I am just copying the class name over there because I need to create another program, right? I am saving the file, say for example student demo 2.java, student demo 2.java, and now our main class is student demo 2 now, right? So here this line of code I have taken from the previous program. So in this program what I will do is I will give you the demonstration of class object and instance variable. I am just giving you the demonstration of the method. In the previous program we have discussed about the class object and instance variable, right? Now it is a second demonstration of the OOP concept, and I am just creating a method, say for example calculate average AVG, right? So here what we need to do is we need to calculate average value of the particular object by calling the particular method, right? So you can create a method in the class. So now I have just copied that line and pasted it over there in my particular method that I have created in a class. Now I just need to remove that object name from there. Say for example in our example in line number 10 we have written ram.average, right? That the average value is a type of double now. So in the calculate average method what we have done, we have written the particular object name. So here I am just removing the line and writing over here, right? This is what we have written over here, double average equal to, now that average value we need to find out for the every object. So if you want to do that, what you will do, you can create a average variable every time and then you can print it, right? Say for example for the Ram we have created an average object or average variable, and for the Lakshman we have created an average variable. So this is something like that. If you want to create a 50 variable, then you need to create a 50 average variable. So there is a problem, right? There is a shortest way also to find out the average value of the particular object every time. To do so, we need to create a method. In our example, we have created a method name as a calculate average. So this is what the line of code I am just cutting there and paste it over here, right? So it will take the same value. I am just removing the object name from the lines and removing these lines also. What I need to do is I just need to call that particular method using the particular object. Say for example we have the method name as calculate average, and in that we have calculated the average and we have printed in the output. So if I need to call the particular method of the class, we need an object. So in our example we have two objects name as a Ram and a Lakshman. So if I need to call the particular method of the class, say for example calculate average, so I need an object. In our example we have two objects, right? So by using that object I can call the particular method, and that method will executed for the particular object only. Like if you call this method using Ram, then all the property of the Ram will be accessed to the particular method. If you call the method using Lakshman, then all the values of the Lakshman object will accessed by the particular method. What I am doing is I am writing Ram dot calculate average semicolon, right? So what I have done, I have just called a method name as a calculate average using a Ram. Ram is an object of the student class, and student class has three instance variable: s name, total marks and total subject, right? So if I call this method for the particular object, so this method will access all the properties of the particular object, not for any another object. This is a very tremendous concept of the Java. Now what I will do is, I will write over here also Lakshman dot calculate average semicolon. So this calculate average will call by the object name as a Lakshman, and Lakshman is also object of the student class. So whenever this method is called by an object, so that method will execute for the particular object and will access all the property of the particular access and do the behavior, do the functionality. It will provide a functionality to the class. So as I told you, class has its own property and behavior. So in our example, S name, total marks and total subject is a property of the class, and the calculate average method is the behavior of the particular class. So you can understand like this also. In this example, I have given you the very good demonstration. So now I am just compiling this file java c student demo2.java student demo2, enter, compile, now running the file java student demo2. So in the output we got the same output as the previous one, but the approach of coding is different now. So that's all from my side guys in this video. In the next video we will discuss the method which return the value, the setter method, these keyword, a constructor and a constructor overloading in the next video. So stay tuned with me and like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.